Goals shouldn't feel like punishment. They should feel like direction. So if you feel like you're already going off the rails and we're not even through January yet, we're going to put you right back on track and in the right direction. So let's get into it. Welcome back to the podcast. And we're going to dive into goal setting and why they should grow with you and not against you. So your goals shouldn't feel like punishment. They should be your direction on where you need to go. So setting goals is a great way to keep you motivated, keep you focused on the things that matter. So we're going to talk about setting them intentionally, purposely, and with alignment. Because as entrepreneurs and small business owners, we tend to set these lofty goals and they become more unrealistic as they go on, which can lead to frustration and unfortunately burnout. So we're not going to do that. So when January hits, let's be real, everybody becomes a goal setting guru. We talk about our vision boards, our planners, our calendars, and everything that comes up. We talk about that. Everything's color coded and all the things. But by March, you get crickets. I know it's happened. Don't deny it, Karen. The issue isn't motivation, it's how goals are set. Let me repeat that. It isn't about motivation, it's about how the goals were set. Most entrepreneurs stack unrealistic expectations upon already full lives. I know you've done that. So the whole point is we need to understand that our lives take priority over everything. So if your goals are starting to feel heavy, guilt-filled, it's impossible to move forward. And let's say they're impossible to maintain. So when people quit, it's not because they're lazy. That's not even the case. They quit because their goals were never designed to support real human lives. And that's the problem, is that we set these goals, they don't match our lifestyle. And especially since we're running a business, they just don't match. So the solution is you have to be intentional with your goals, because we already saw what the problem is. We set these unrealistic goals. The solution now is to have realistic goals. So when you set intentional goals, they hit different. They're flexible, they're grounded, they align to what you really want to do with your business. And that's how it should work. It's one of those things is it's not how you think they should work, it's how they really work. That's how your goals should be. So your goals should grow with you. Let me repeat that. Your goals should grow with you. So this is how we're going to keep our goals in place and check, whatever you want to call it, to keep them surviving past Q1. Number one, fewer goals, better focus. If everything is a priority, nothing is. Be realistic. Why are you setting 10, 20 goals when realistically you should only be doing one to three? Okay, because that is something that's bite-sized, it's tangible, and it's what you can do in the reality of all things that you're doing. So, number one, like I said, fewer goals, better focus. And these goals will help you achieve what you want to do with your business. So, number two, build in flexibility. Life happens. We know this. People get sick, people divorce, all the things. So we have to set goals that allow us to be intentional and make room for adjustments. Without it, we're spiraling out of control and, of course, self-judgment. And we're not going to do that. We have to give yourself grace. So that's number two. Build in flexibility. Number three, focus on progress, not perfection. Let me repeat that because I'm wanting you to get this. Are you getting what I'm putting down? Focus on progress, not perfection. As a recovering perfectionist, I have to tell myself this all the time. So I want you to recognize it as well. So consistency beats intensity every single time. We talked about this before. small, steady progress keeps momentum alive. You remember the tortoise and the hare? I know you remember that story. And it's true with everything we do in life. So remember to track your steps and keep a progress report for yourself, not to overwhelm you. But the thing is when you keep track of what you've done in the past or current right now, it is a reminder or a roadmap that will help you face your challenges in the future. So remember that. Keep track of what you do so you know how to handle things in the future. So number 3, focus on progress, not perfection. Number 2, build in flexibility. And number 1, fewer goals, better focus. So let's focus on number 4. Align goals with your capacity. Now, you're going to look at me like, Jay, what does that mean? Align goals to your capacity. What are you really able to do? Let's be real. What are you really able to do? And your goals should stretch you, but they shouldn't exhaust you. Okay? Your goals should make you want to do more, but they shouldn't exhaust you. You shouldn't be waking up in the middle of the night unless you're having a hot flush, and that's a wholly different thing. Trust me, been there. But if you find yourself stressing or struggling about this goal that you set for yourself, maybe it wasn't meant for you to do. And maybe it's time, or, maybe it's time to consider doing it, because your goals should stretch you, not to the point of struggle and exhaustion. So those are my 4 tips on what you should do. So like I said, number 4, align goals with your capacity. Number 3, focus on progress, not perfection. Number 2, build with flexibility. And number 1, fewer goals, better focus. So I want you to remember this. If anything you've gotten out of all this, goals should not feel like a punishment. They're your boundaries. They keep you like a guardrail. They keep you on the right path, and they should make you feel like you're in the right direction. That's what they're to do. Goals are what give you direction. And when your goals are intentional, they evolve with you instead of working against you. And that's the whole thing I want you to know. Your goals should evolve and grow with you. They make you want to do more. But remember, you don't want to struggle and you're not going to stress. So this is why you create goals that are obtainable. So, like I said, focus on what's aligning for you right now. Okay. And then your goals, if they already feel heavy, then it's not a failure, it's feedback. You need to listen to it. So my challenge to you, since I don't think I gave you a challenge the last 2 weeks, but my challenge to you, before you start setting any new goals, ask yourself this: does this goal support the business and the life that I actually want? You have to ask yourself. No one else can ask, no one can else do that for you. You have to ask yourself that. Not your husband, not your kids, not your parents, nobody else. Does this goal support the business and life that I actually want? And if it does, lean into it. Give it all that it needs to grow and to survive. But if it doesn't, drop it and leave it where it stands, because it wasn't meant for you to pick up. And that's where you have to be real with yourself. Because at this point, your goals are here to help you, not to hold you back. And I want you to remember that. So before we close, you know how I always I always say this to you. I want you to be inspired. I want you to be inspiring. I want you to be encouraged. I want you to be encouraging. But most of all, I want you to be you. And I'll check you out next week. And have a good one.